welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel, whichever one it may be. And if you are new here, please feel free to like, subscribe, comment, do all those wonderful things, and just let me know what you think. I just sat down, so, you know, in case my voice changed, it's because I sat down. Anyway, today, we're gonna go ahead and get into a little unboxing. It was my birthday on Saturday, June 6th, so of course, I got some birthday presents. So, here we have, ooh, okay, that's trash. Pretty Little Gem. I ordered a couple of mini sets. So since my current event that I'm hosting features being on the farm, I went ahead and got the farm set because I was like, hey, why not? I like it, and I'm doing an event that's on the farm. So I might switch over and work on this instead of the diamond painting I'm working on. I might still work on the diamond painting. We'll see how the month goes. I've been out of work with back pain, so I can go back to work now, and we'll see how chaotic that goes, because, yeah. Anyway, we have the farm set, and I also got the tea set, because I like tea sets. And I like tea, and I like Alice in Wonderland, and it all kind of just goes together. So here we have the farm set. We'll just go ahead and check this one out. So we have our sticker sheet, our drills, and a toolkit. I'm not going to show those because the toolkits, they're kind of all the same anyway. Let's just go ahead and look at the little canvases and see those. Oh. Alright, so this is a no-slip thing for your tray. So you would put this down. It's sticky, and you can put it down, and then your tray won't slip. And I don't know, it's just sticky anyway. But it'll peel back up, and then you can stick it down, kind of like it just kind of stays sticky. And anyway, we got a truck, a rooster, that's fun, some vegetables, a horse, a cow, a barn with a sheep in front of it, and a chicken. That's cool. Some hay. I hope I'm not flipping through these too fast. I probably am. Some corn, a windmill, a tractor, a chicken house, and a sheep. That's fun. So those would be pretty fun to work on. We should put the animals together, right? So we got the chickens, and we'll put the tools together. So we got like the tractor and the, windmill. And then we can put like the crops together. So we got like corn and hay. And then we got the farm, the barn. And we got the cow. The cow and a horse. And we got the basket of crops. And we got the rooster. And we got the truck. So there we go. We kind of put them together. Now they're not in order anymore, but that's okay. It'll be fun to work on. So, chickens. There's chicken farms, right? There's horse farms. I went and visited a rescue horse farm. So there's that. And then, of course, we have two different types of cow farms. So there's the dairy farms, and there's the cattle ranch. So we have that. This is a dairy cow, though, because it just looks like a Holstein. A dairy cow. I mean, not quite like a Holstein because it's brown and white, not black and white, but yeah. And then they have udders. So, dairy cow. And then, of course, it's a chicken farms, but this is for your eggs. This would be for your own private farm on your own personal property. So you'd have your chicken and you could collect your eggs. I'm sorry, I don't know why every time like I go to do a video, I suddenly get a sneezing fit. I'm like allergic to videos. And then of course there's sheep farms, and sheep were the first domesticated animal. So that was pretty cool to learn. So that's, pretty cool. We got the sheep in there. And then we have our different vegetable crops. So like, I'm guessing we have like some beets and maybe some tomatoes and an eggplant and some carrots, maybe an apple or something. I'm guessing this is probably supposed to be corn. But some different vegetable crops. And then of course we have hay. So a lot of farmers do hay. Especially right now, they're doing the hay fields for the animals. So they'll grow the fields up. They'll just let them grow up. And then they will use like a tool that will cut them down. And when it cuts them, it'll just keep them kind of like in rows so that they can go through and gather the hay up into, this is round bales, but they also do square bales, which is usually what we use for horses is a square bale, because then it comes into like, it actually like separates really nicely into flakes. So you can just kind of like grab one flake of hay and give the horse like the one flake. Whereas with the round bales, they're primarily used for cows and stuff, because you have a lot of animals eating off of it, and it's not just sitting there for a long period of time getting moldy and gross. And like if hay gets moldy at all, horses can't eat it because their stomachs are so sensitive. Whereas cows, they have 4 chambers in their stomach, so it's like they're still pretty sensitive to stuff, but it's not like horses. Like horses are insanely, you have to be very careful with your horse. No changing their food drastically, and like really watch them, because a stomach problem in a horse is a very bad thing. That's how my horse passed away, actually. She had a stomach issue that was called colic, and she had to be put down. And that's, that unfortunately happens to a lot of horses. So, yeah. And anyway, we have our corn stalk here with the corn ears on it. Cool. So cornfields, growing up in Mass, we had so many cornfields, and a lot of them were called cow corn because it's corn that's grown to be feed for cows. So it's not the corn that we eat in the stores, but the corn being grown for fields. I hope that music isn't coming through on this. Yeah, hopefully it's not. I'll probably get flagged for that. I got like a cat channel going on because it's like amazingly calming the cats down, but okay. It wasn't very loud before, and now it's kind of like really subtly in the background there, but. And then of course we have a truck. You always need a truck on a farm. There's so many things, whether you need to pull trailers or other pieces of equipment, or whether you just need to fill up that back part of the truck with stuff. When we would go to horse shows, we would put everything we needed in the back of the truck because the trailer we had only held the horses, and that was it. So we had to put our saddles and bridles and hay and anything else we were bringing with us into the back of the truck when we went to the horse shows. So trucks are highly useful on a farm. And then, of course, we have the barn. Not all farms have barns. I mean, 90% of them probably do have a barn of some sort. Horses, obviously, there's usually a barn, but sometimes they use a lean-to or just kind of a shelter, because the horses will live outside all the time, and then they just kind of go under the shelter, or sometimes they have, like, it's open on one side, but it has stalls in it, but it's still open to the elements, kind of. But a lot of horses live in a stall in a barn. So, you know, there's farms. And then, of course, this is the windmill. But I think this windmill is also for grinding the wheat to make flour. So it would have like a thing down on the bottom. So as the wind pushes it, it'll like rotate down on the bottom and grind the wheat into flour too. I think that's what the windmills were also used for. So that way it was easier on the farmers because they wouldn't have to do the manual work. The wind would be rotating the propellers around, and then it would rotate the big grinding machine around, and they just had to keep supplying the stuff into it to grind down. And then, of course, you have a tractor, and just like a truck, tractors are really important on farms. Maybe more so than trucks in some cases, because, yeah, you need tractors to definitely pull your farming equipment around, mowing, using a seeder or a plow, a seeder kind of thing, like harvester. Yeah, you need a tractor on the farm. So that was the farm set. Maybe you want to move over a little bit of farm stuff too. We looked at the farm set. So let's go ahead and look at the tea set. I'm obviously not going to worry about this video. If it gets flagged, I'll just be like, oh well, I don't make money off this channel anyway. But anyway, it's over there. Oh my gosh, so sniffly. Yeah, the tea set. So, I only looked at Pretty Little Gem again because it came up with the, oh, there's like a commercial on. Hold on. Alright. Alright, we're back with the tea set. It's over now, the advertisements. Back to the nice, soothing music. So, of course, again, we have our sticker sheet. So, if you wanted to kit up, you could even keep them in the bags and move the stickers onto the bags. Ooh, that's so cool. They actually put, like, the colors on them. So, they actually already have the DMC number on them. Interesting. Okay. And then, of course, the toolkit. So you have a tray, a pen, a set of tweezers, some wax, and that's it. Standard. It's pretty standard across, like, every kit you get. So I'll just go ahead and look at this tea set. This one I'm kind of like, ooh, oh, I forgot to put this back in the other one. But we got a blue one of those anti-slip things. I never use them. All right. So we have a tea table as our first one. This is so cool. So you got a table, you got your teapot, a little cup, and something else over here. I'm not sure what that's supposed to be. Maybe a pastry or something. I don't know. But anyway, it looks like it's outside too because we have some grass and some flowers down here. Maybe it's some flowers. I don't know. Anyway, we got a tea set table. And then we have just a selection of tasty tea cakes and treats. So it looks like we have a cupcake, a couple of these look like crumpets, I think they're called. And then it looks like we have a piece of pie or something down here, and even like a couple of cherries. This is really big cherries. And it looks like we might have like another like cupcake or something up here with another little cake and some piece of fruit. And then it looks like maybe an eclair or something right here. I don't know. Anyway, we definitely have some treats on the 3-tier rack here. Fun. Ooh, our sugar dish for our tea set. So this would be the sugar bowl or the sugar dish. It's got its little spoon ready for tea time. Some more tasty treats. I can't remember the name of these treats. They have a specific name. They're like a pastry, but it's like a real flaky kind of pastry, and then they put like a cream layer and a fruit layer inside of it. I know you use like the phyllo dough for it to make this particular pastry, but I can't remember the name of the pastry. Oh, and then it looks like we have some different cakes, like maybe a lemon cake and a chocolate cake and another cake here. Carrot cake maybe? Who knows? Anyway, some different cakes. Some honey. Does anybody put honey in their tea? I like a little honey in my tea sometimes, so instead of sugar, I might use honey to sweeten my tea. I don't use milk. I think that's weird, but I mean, to each their own, right? Everybody can have their tea the way they like their tea. I just use a sweetener. But sometimes I like to do a little honey instead of regular sugar. And then we have a napkin holder. This would go with our little... Yeah, see, they match. Look at our tea sets looking... It's getting there. We got our sugar bowl and our napkin holder. And then this looks like a little finger sandwich of some sort. Maybe like a tomato sandwich. Or like it's a bacon, egg, and cheese. Like you got your egg. There's like a little layer of bacon in there. And then you got a layer of tomato and lettuce. I don't know that that's what it is. But that's kind of like what it looks like. With a cherry tomato on top. Like a little stick sticking through it. And we have our tea cup to go with our tea set. So here we have our tea bag in the tea. Look at how long that tea bag's line is. Look, it goes all the way from over here around the back of the cup to over here. That is such a long tea string, like for the tea bag. And the tea is red from the looks of it, not brown. What are we drinking? Raspberry tea, maybe? I like a raspberry tea. That's fun. A teacup. And then we have our cream saucer, or it has a different name, but yeah, it holds the cream or the milk, whichever one you're going to have. If you're going to have it with your tea, like I said, I don't, but yeah, my tea set has one. And then here is our teapot. That's a pretty cool looking teapot, actually. I would love this tea set to like add to my tea set collection. I have a little bit of a tea set collection, just a little bit. And then I guess we have some tea bags. So we have some blueberry tea, maybe some raspberry tea, and some lemon tea. I would like all those. I like tea, and I would like all those. I actually like tea better than coffee, so you'd think I would like drink tea in the morning instead of coffee. But no, I always have a cup of coffee. I don't know what's wrong with me. But anyway, that is the tea set. So I hope you have enjoyed seeing my little birthday present that I got for myself. Because why not? Right? We can treat ourselves, right? Oh, this goes in this one. We'll put that back in there too. Yeah, so I hope you have enjoyed, and please subscribe. I am going to have a 1,000 subscriber giveaway. I'm going to come up with something for it. I haven't yet, but you know I will. I still have plenty of time. I have 97 more subscribers to get. So if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe and join along, and hopefully you enjoy my content and want to watch some more. But that is all for this video, so thank you for watching.